Welcome back to the Fantasy Football TokeNCast. I'm your host Travis, here with my co-host Ricky.
What up?
And we have a special guest today. It's Bryan. Dick Jones in the house. We're going to be talking about the matchups from last week, and then we're going to be going into a preview of the matchups for this week, and then we're going to end the show with a little waiver wire.
Waiver wire. Well, let's just start off. Let's talk about week one.
All right. So the first matchup that we have is Freddie Ching and Crenshaw, or Alex, versus Zeke and Destroy, or Cody. Neither of them had a great game.
That was a pretty close one.
I would say, it's 90-93. Cody comes out the victor right on this one.
He squeaked by.
Barely. So
Mariota honestly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that Mariota, that 1.6.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts.
He got 1.6 from his quarterback, and he also got 1.6 from Chris Hogan, who shit the bed pretty bad.
Speaking of shit the bed, look at Jimmy Graham on the opposite side.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I feel like Alex had a really good, like a whole bunch of matchups that were really good. Like Peyton Barber should have been a good.
Yeah,
they should have scoring 48 points. You should get more than 7 points.
Yeah, that was shocking to me that game was so high scoring,
right.
But that Peyton Barber didn't get a touchdown, did he?
No, he didn't.
That's
not
crazy.
He had 19 rushes, which is pretty good, but he didn't have a catch one in the entire game.
It's that Fitz
He
magic.
had 69 yards on those 19 rushes. I feel like that's enough work. He should have done a little bit more, but it's encouraging anyway because he did get the 19 rushes.
that was game flow if you think about
It's
it,
true.
because there just isn't a passing war to catch up with each other because it was like 40-40 on that.
Right,
So
exactly.
why run the ball? It
That's
just
true.
doesn't make sense. So
But he didn't get a target in the game.
yeah, I don't know if he's that type of back, and they were
Maybe
airing it out. If you saw that game, there's all these
his long
$30
passes, yeah.
these
dropping bombs.
Yeah.
So and then he had Jimmy Graham, which really killed him.
I can't believe
that was
Cody
bad.
won with a quarterback getting 1 point.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's really amazing to still to win that.
He had Zeke, AJ Green, Gronk, and Lamar Miller. I think pretty much the
Saved
one
him.
that
His first 3 rounds,
Adam Vinatieri.
Ouch.
mean potatoes.
Yep, got him. All right, on to the next one. We'll go with the African Dick Dicks versus the Todd Time. This is Keith and Latham, or Keith and Latham.
Keith and Latham.
Keith Latham versus Amr. Amr comes out the victor here. We got a 106 to 115 score. So both of them did pretty well. Amr just had a little bit better of a game, and it sucks that Marquise Goodwin had to go out like he did.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It's still a pretty close one all in all, but Kelsey
Really
unfortunately
was.
shit the bed too.
Yeah, Kelsey did shit the bed too, and 7 points for Keelan Cole isn't bad, but it's not great either. Wow, Amr won with Deshaun Watson getting him 11 points. That tells you how well other people did on his team. So
Michael Thomas
Michael
went
Thomas
ham.
going for 30, Todd Gurley going for 22, and Demaryius Thomas going for 15. I don't know if you're going to repeat that again, Amr. I don't think that's going to happen. But, I guess that's it doesn't help that Marquise Goodwin went out in the first quarter, which, he had 1 target. He had 0 points. And then Travis Kelce, obviously, with the 1.1. At least everybody on Amr's team got him some kind of points, like more than 1 point.
That's what got him ultimately the victory. I think is not having anybody shit the bed too bad, because most of us had 1 or 2 guys where that was the case.
Right, exactly. Doug Baldwin. All right, on to the next matchup. So we got World Domination versus I'm on the Throne, Queen of Token.
God damn it.
This is Ricky. Ricky and Sarah. Sarah blew his doors off.
Okay,
44 points.
Yeah, just a small 44 point difference. Okay, it wasn't the best of week ones. It was a slow start to the season, And actually, I'm happy to get 101 points there because for a
You
while,
really did.
it was like 40 points or something.
You got -9 from your defense.
I know
which
that didn't help.
Ew.
That really, I'm absolutely baffled by that because watching them at the end of last season, I thought that their secondary looked good. I thought that the defense was going to be not the Saints of old, but like new Saints defense. And it's just it's an anomaly because honestly, that game at home, you should have against the Bucs, against a second string quarterback. It's just one of those weird NFL things where any given Sunday, some team can show up ready to roll, and the Saints just got wrecked,
destroyed completely.
Mm-hmm.
But the same thing happened last year. Just saying.
Week 1,
they got murdered in
slow,
week 1.
Slow starters.
And every other week they were great.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had Drew Brees scoring 31 points.
Yeah,
Tyreek Hill scoring 38 points. Ty scoring 13, and then Jaguars defense scoring 13. So those were big scores.
If she would have just accepted my trade a week ago, and you
It
guys
would've been a
didn't
loss.
gangbang me on Facebook about it, maybe I would have come out the victor.
So glad I gangbanged him on Facebook for that.
It's
Ricky
okay.
shit trades this year.
Fuck you, shit trade. This has good trades.
All right. So we're going to go on to the next one. The next one's YOLO Swag for Jesus 420 versus Pass Me That Toilet. It's Chris versus Aaron. And
Aaron, off with another
Aaron
strong start.
comes out the winner. He's got with the 119. That's pretty good.
It's a good game.
Yeah, he had Julio scoring him 23. He had Kirk Cousins scoring him 20 like he should.
Yep.
He didn't get too good of a game from Kenyon, but, I mean, it is what it is. That game
Good
was
enough.
7 hours long. So, he had a really good game from Devontae Adams and Deion Lewis. And then, I mean,
Strong team.
You had Evan Ingram with 2.8. You had Chris Boswell with 2. And then you had Ben Roethlisberger with 9 points on the other side. So,
Ouch.
I mean, you can't really overcome Ben Roethlisberger at 9 points. It's pretty bad. I think you went a little too Pittsburgh heavy there, Chris. That's
coming from Travis on that.
I mean, you might want to diversify. That's all I'm saying. You got Big Ben, you got Antonio Brown, and you got Chris Boswell. If they have a bad game, then you're gonna lose.
Yeah. Travis is just trying to steal all your
I'll take your Boswell.
Uh-huh.
Actually, no, I won't. I got that JT. That JT.
I'll give you Des Bryant for Antonio Brown. Hit me up on that.
He's gonna want it. Okay, next is the Booty Scooters versus Flame Balled Wonder Pirates, and this is Leslie versus me, and Leslie comes out the victor.
Yeah, that's a high score there.
She whooped my ass.
Yep.
Whooped me. It's okay though, because I had Doug Baldwin score 0, a good 0, and then Trey Burton score 2, and Matt Prater score 3. So
Can only go up from here.
every other person on my team, I mean Jamison Crowder it is what it is, but every other person on my team I felt okay about. She had Alvin Kamara, who scored almost 40 fucking points.
There it is.
It's pretty much impossible when somebody scores 40 points and her second running back scores 23 points.
Dead backs, man.
It's like, yeah,
got
I
good
mean,
backs.
she just killed me with her backs. There's nothing I could do, so it is what it is. Good game to Leslie. And then lastly, we got R plus L equals OBJ versus the Get Good Gordons. So this is Miranda versus Bryan. And Miranda comes out the victor here. She wins 107-84.
No, wait. So all three of us doing this podcast lost our week 1.
Yeah, all 3 of us.
Now, you guys
What
should
does
be.
that say?
You guys should be apparently here talking about.
Yeah,
fantasy
y'all
football.
really need to get here.
We could use your advice.
Like Bryan. See? He's on the podcast. Each one of y'all should come on the podcast at least once. It'd be fun.
Do it.
Okay, so Miranda had Tom Brady. Pretty good, 21 points. She had Greg Zuerlein with 16 points. That's pretty ridiculous.
Some karma from last year
yeah,
for me, right?
Yeah, right.
Greg the Leg strikes back.
She had Odell score 16. I mean, against Jacksonville, that's really good. I didn't think that was going to happen. It does help that he had 15 targets in the game.
Damn.
That's pretty ridiculous.
That's what you want.
And then she had Juju, obviously, in the damn rain with 120 yards. That's ridiculous. Yeah, and Bryan had Leonard Fournette go out in the, second quarter?
Yeah, I started the second, I think.
Start of the second quarter. And then he had Matt Stafford, which, if y'all watch the game, y'all know what happened to Matt Stafford.
And he's there. Of course, the Amari Cooper, same deal, right?
Right.
He got open, but there's check down city to Jared Cook for his best game of his career.
Right, for sure. And then Derrick Henry, it is what it is. That was a 7-hour game, like I said earlier. And then the Chargers defense just got
That's with the New Orleans, right?
Manhandled.
2 of the top 4 defenses come out with negative scores the opening week.
Crazy. Encouraging. He had Melvin Gordon, obviously, who's really good. He had Emmanuel Sanders and Jordan Reed. So
Killing it.
All 3 of those were really good plays.
Yeah, I mean, whenever Greg does better fantasy-wise than, 60% of the quarterbacks in the league, you know you're going to have a rough week going against that opponent.
Yeah, especially when he doubles your quarterback in points.
Oh, yeah.
Eek. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and preview the matchups this week. All right, so the first one we'll go to is Zeke and Destroy versus our I'm just going to say their names. Cody versus Miranda. Cody versus Miranda, and this week we got
What's going on?
So we got Matt Ryan versus Tom Brady. I'd give her the edge there, even though they're going against Jacksonville. I don't know. I don't know about Devonta Freeman. I mean, he very well could sit out.
Yeah, I've heard Tevin Coleman gets the first stuff this game.
And even if he doesn't. Yeah, even if he doesn't sit out, he's probably going to be limited, I would say. Maybe a decoy could be. I think that, good news for Cody is if Tom Brady does well, he's going to have a really good day because he has Chris Hogan and Rob Gronkowski in his lineup right now. So if Tom Brady does poorly, then he's probably not going to have a very good... I mean, it is possible for Tom Brady to do poorly and still throw a touchdown to Rob Gronkowski because, I mean, he's Rob Gronkowski, you know? It happens.
Sean Deegan on the Chargers, though, that's going to be a little rough, too.
I mean, yeah.
Just given the way the Bills are playing right now.
It's true. Yeah, he's
here.
Going to have a little bit of a hard time.
Josh Allen's starting, though, yeah?
But he is starting. I don't think... I mean... Rookie quarterback starting in his first game. I think it's going to be a little.
It's going to be a little.
Maybe he'll lean on Shady a little bit. Maybe
they probably will, which is what they were supposed to do with Nate Peterman. And
too bad they don't have the offensive line to do that anymore, though. That's the problem. They lost their best guard from last year.
It's not a good situation.
And Cody has Chris Thompson, who I feel like is going to eat.
Damn, look how healthy. Cody has a very healthy team. His starting lineup right now, and I don't know about his bench, but there are no Qs next to those names. That's I just feel like that's rare. Somebody's usually hurt.
Right. Or at least has an ailment of some kind.
Yeah, he's got a couple on his bench for sure. He's still waiting on Carson Wentz to come back.
Yeah, he is. He's got that Chris Carson.
Well, yeah, I think this will be a close matchup. Let's see. We have apparently Cody is predicted to win by a little bit on the projections. Not that that means too much, but
I like Cody's matchups a little bit more.
Yeah, he does have some good ones.
Plus, if I made the point earlier, if her quarterback goes off, then he probably has a lot of points in his tight end and his wide receiver. So.
Let me just say that I actually really like her wide receiver matchups, who they're playing. They're going to she's going to do probably rough from the running back position, but from the wide receiver position, Odell against Dallas, Cooks against Arizona, and Juju versus KC. Yeah. Wow. Those could all be 20-point potential games out of all 3 of those players.
It's true. That
could make up for those running backs, honestly.
True that.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Okay, so our next matchup, we're going to go to Sarah versus Keith. And Sarah does not have a tight end in right now.
She doesn't have one at all. She dropped Eifert today. He's playing
an
tonight in
interesting-
about an hour or so.
Bold strategy, God.
You might want to pick somebody up.
I
Well, I
sent
guess
you
you
over
still
a
have till
trade.
Sunday. But,
Oh, Bryan trying to negotiate trades on air.
Take a look. Maybe
Okay.
you're interested.
right. I sent over a trade too, but it wasn't for a tight end.
Bryan trying to offload Ebron is what that means.
Brian.
Hey, offload. When he's a top 10 tight end, I'll book it. Someone wants to water bet me, I'll do it. Top 10 tight end, you're finished. Eric Ebron.
I will water bet that for sure.
Oh,
For sure.
Alright,
Where's
yeah.
my drop?
Water bet.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we need a good bet.
I feel like Jack Doyle's going to be a lot more useful in that offense, and I think the only way Eric Ebron's going to be a top 10 tight end is if he scores like 12 touchdowns. I don't think he's doing that.
Fair enough. I think his athletic ability, he was a top 12 overall pick in the NFL draft when he came out. He's extremely impressive athletically. The ceiling is sky high. He's in a new system with Andrew Luck as his quarterback. I think he can support two tight ends, much like Gronk and Hernandez days of Brady. And I think Eric Ebron's the perfect person to do it. So there's that.
Yeah, I mean, it's very possible. You went in on that water bet?
Water bet.
Do I want it? What's the bet?
So Eric Ebron top 10
Top
is him.
Top 10 versus Jack Doyle top 10?
No. Eric Ebron top 10
Just
period.
Just period.
Yeah.
End of season, top
End
10
of season
tight
top
ends.
10 tight end. Which side would you be on?
I don't think Aaron Ebron's going to be a top 10 tight end by the end of the season.
Okay.
I will say
Do you
though
went
that
in on the water bet?
Water bet.
I will say that I think that if we're talking like a PPR situation, Jack Doyle's who you want. If we're looking at a standard situation, I think Ebron's who you want.
Back to the matchup. So we have Drew Brees and Andrew Luck. That's going to be a good one.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
It's going to be a good one. Oof. I don't know. Drew Brees against Cleveland at home. I think she's got the edge there. Like, looking over the teams, we got Drew Brees, Dalvin Cook, Marshawn Lynch, Tyreek Hill, T.Y. Hilton, Michael Crabtree, Jaguars D, and Steven Gostkowski. And for Keith, we have Andrew Luck, Jordan Howard, James Conner, Golden Tate, Jarvis Landry, Keelan Cole, Travis Kelce, Panthers D, and Brandon McManus. So
I think she's got the better starting lineup. I think Keith's got the better depth.
team overall.
So it's kind of hard to say, especially since she's missing a tight end.
I
But
really like Keith's running backs this week. Like, really like
yeah.
them a lot.
It's good matchups.
both at home.
Yeah. I feel like they're gonna feed Jordan Howard like nobody's business.
I like her receiving core though. Honestly,
Yes, her receiving core is really good, and I'm so mad that you took Ty. So mad.
I mean, she's got
Even though Mike
Josh
Evans-
Gordon's benched. I mean, that's when you know your receivers are good, when you're benching Josh Gordon.
I'm not a Josh Gordon fan, but it is what it is.
I am. Check your trades.
Travis, is Josh Gordon going to be a top 24 receiver by the end of the season?
Well, yes.
Top 20. He wasn't drafted to be top.
Is he going to be a top 18 receiver by the end of the season?
I would say yeah.
Is he going to be a top 16?
Don't get me wrong. I think he's probably going to be about 13 or 14 on the season.
How could you not be high on a guy if he's going to be the 13th
That's
best?
almost
I don't.
a wide receiver
I didn't say I wasn't high on him. I said I didn't like him.
Oh, okay.
I don't like him as a person.
You don't like him as a person?
As a person.
What did he do? What did he do to you to harm you?
He did not harm me at all. He's gotten more chances than any other player has ever got in the entirety of the NFL. He's got at least 5 chances.
I don't know.
by
Have you
now.
seen Randy Gregory?
I mean, he's been suspended what, twice?
I don't
Gordon's
know.
been
At least.
suspended 4 times.
So you just think that he's gotten too many passes.
Exactly.
So it's
And I don't
it's
believe
nothing
that in
football
life.
related. And it's not even his
Exactly.
personality. It's
No.
just how he's been handled in the
Exactly. I don't
NFL. Okay,
believe
that's
in
not a
life
slight
that you
against
should-
him as much as the NFL then.
Right. I mean, yes, exactly. Yes. I just don't. Morally, I don't think. Morally, I don't think that that him getting that many chances would happen ever in any other situation ever in life. You would never get another chance after probably like your second chance.
But that's silly because like chances are based on your talent level, and that's the fact of the world. And Gordon is supremely talented, and that's Randy Gregory is supremely talented, And if they were just trash tier average NFL players, we wouldn't even know who they are, and they'd already be gone. But they're superstars, and that's why they're back in the league. Are they? And that's
Maybe
just
so,
that's just the fact.
just-
That's just the fact is, and that Josh Gordon still has some records in the NFL that no other player has. So
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not good. He's really good
But
at
yeah.
football, but I think that
you're not drafting his character; you're drafting his football skills. You know.
which is the reason that I would draft him if he fell to me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Same.
half point personality league.
Right, half-point personality league.
-8 for Tyreek Hill, right?
Right,
+2 extroversion.
right.
-1 murder.
So, yeah, like Ray Rice. Ray Rice got one chance, and he fucked it
Yeah,
up.
but his chance
He
was
didn't
on
get
camera.
Yeah, and he beat a woman versus smoked weed. Come on now, this is the little
Adrian Peterson.
He hit his child with a goddamn stick. It's the South. Come on, I've seen worse in Walmart.
Have you seen the pictures?
Apparently, he bloodied up his son a little bit.
A little bit.
This matchup's getting crazy, y'all.
Okay,
It's
so
the
I've seen
South.
pictures. I've seen pictures of this kid, and his dick and balls were completely destroyed.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Travis looking at dick and ball pics.
I was.
Bro, I should get that off your
Adrian
computer.
Peterson's son had bruises literally everywhere on his body.
Okay, we're now on a watch list because Travis is sitting here talking about AP's kid's dick and balls.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
It looked really fucking terrible, honestly. Like, I don't think he should have got another chance after that.
Yeah, well, I mean, that being said, I still think Keith wins the week.
And we return.
Okay, so back to the matchup. We still on Sarah versus Keith. And,
I agree. Keith wins.
I feel
I
like
missed one.
yeah.
Oh, actually,
I
this
don't
one
know,
go
yeah,
either
for
way.
Sarah.
This one could go either way.
She
I
needs a
feel
tight
like
end,
he's-
so let's start with that.
Currently.
So I feel like if Keelan Cole has has a good game, not even a really good game, I feel like Keith wins this. I feel like if Keelan Cole, because Keelan Cole's probably his weakest person on his starting lineup, whereas probably her weakest is what Marshawn Lynch or probably
Crabtree.
her tight end when
Oh,
she
tight
gets
end.
one.
Definitely the tight end she puts in.
Right, it would probably be the
weakest
weakest thing. So
not a bad team,
I think
honestly.
I think it's Keelan versus that tight end for the game, probably.
Damn.
Okay, so
Next.
All right, next we're gonna do Amr versus Chris Lang, and Amr's team is Deshaun Watson, Todd Gurley, Royce Freeman, Nelson Aguilar, Michael Thomas, Demaryius Thomas, Benjamin Watson, the Bears D, and Justin Tucker. And Chris Lang is Big Ben, Christian McCaffrey, Jay Ajayi, Corey Davis, Antonio Brown, Marvin Jones, Evan Ingram, Ravens D, and Chris Boswell. So what do y'all think? I feel like he's got the running backs for sure.
Who?
Amr.
I
I feel like Amr has the running backs. I mean, Christian McCaffrey's going to be good, but I don't know. Maybe I'm betting too much on last week, but I feel like Jay Ajayi's not going to score 2 touchdowns again, and if he doesn't, he's going to be at 3 yards a carry and not very good.
I don't know.
I like Royce Freeman.
I like Amr. I think Amr takes this one. I don't know. Obviously, McCaffrey and Antonio Brown, it's always nice to have on your team, especially with that Ravens D.
It's a lot of targets.
But I think that Amr's team overall, I like the ceilings he has on those guys. I mean, it's just you never know when those guys are going to show up for one of those big old bomb games.
Right. Well, I mean, Big Ben's probably going to have a really good day. Deshaun Watson didn't really look good last week.
No, looked a little
He
rusty.
really didn't.
Ben's hurting right now, though. He hasn't practiced in a couple days.
No, he's fine.
I mean, I know he's a tough dude. He's always fine. But I'm just saying, anytime you don't practice for multiple days in a row, you're at least trying to heal up something.
He hurt his elbow in the last play of the game.
Quarterbacks use their elbows, Travis. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, but they said he's fine. Like
Okay. Yeah, they always say they're fine.
The beat writers said that he's fine. So whatever. He's gonna play, okay?
I don't doubt that.
We need him.
I don't doubt that.
The backups suck. The backups are awful. Actually, I don't know. I kind of like Mason Rudolph.
I don't think Mason Rudolph would be playing. Wasn't it that other guy?
No, he's
Josh something or whatever?
Oh yeah, you're right.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You are right. I think it is Josh. Whatever his name is. I don't remember his last name.
No.
Whatever.
Good talk.
Dobbs. Josh. It would be Josh Dobbs over Mason Rudolph. Oh yeah, we have to get onto this. So yeah, we think Amer's gonna win that, right?
Yeah, I'd say Amer's got to slide up. It could go either way for me.
Fair
True.
enough.
Antonio Brown could go off. Save that team. Okay, we got Ricky versus Aaron.
Oh
the
shit,
old matchup.
Aaron.
The old matchup. Okay.
We can't let Aaron go 5-0 or whatever he did last season.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to shut him down now.
You gotta get him. You gotta get him, Aaron.
Down.
We
Wait
gotta
a minute.
make sure
Wait a
that
minute.
we gotta make sure that Ricky is not in the playoffs this year. I want him
This
to go.
brutal.
I want him to go 0-8.
This is the first season I've ever played fantasy football where everybody in the league is actively teaming up to fuck me.
You have won 2 years.
I know it's just a new experience, you know.
Life's hard at the top.
Yeah,
Right?
apparently.
That's right. Everybody's gunning for you. You're
Well,
gonna get
who's
his
gonna
best
win this
game.
week then, boys? Check out the
Alright.
lineup. What you think?
I'm looking at it.
I'm gonna say I think Ricky takes
I
it.
think Ricky's
You're goddamn
got it.
right.
But, yeah.
Julio could go off.
It doesn't matter. It's one player. He's also got multiple players that could technically go off. Honestly.
Go off the field,
I
holding his ankle.
mean,
You mean Keenan Allen couldn't stomp Buffalo?
not a,
Out
no,
of the
no,
garbage.
yeah, for sure, and Alex Collins and Saquon Barkley. I feel like all three of those.
Keep
are
going.
gonna
I'm
be
almost
plays.
there.
I feel like, and then
Kyle Rudolph is complete. He got
this is
one
probably
catch.
his best play right here. George Kittle is probably his best play. On the. Yeah.
I'm so happy I drafted George
like,
Kittle.
I feel like
Save my ass is what happened.
these
Save
two
my
right
ass.
here are gonna kill.
Otherwise, I have to start with somebody like Eric
I
Ebron.
feel like Mike Williams and Kyle
Would have got
Rudolph.
more points that way.
I feel like Mike Williams and Kyle Rudolph are gonna kill him. I feel like the rest of it is not bad.
I mean, I think Kyle Rudolph, you can pencil him in for a touchdown, so Aaron's probably good there.
I don't
Mike,
think so.
You don't think so?
Maybe
He always gets a touchdown.
I think the difference
He got,
between
like,
He never gets tons of targets. He always gets tons of touchdowns.
the difference between Kyle Rudolph and Eric Ebron is I don't know what y'all are making it out to be, but it's not a lot.
Catching the ball, that's what I would say the difference is.
I mean, judging by their stat lines and judging by preseason,
It's week 1.
Kyle Rudolph.
Your preseason? Really? You gonna bust preseason out?
I mean,
No, I don't feel like-
preseason's a decent indication. Of how
I feel
they'll
like
play
I
in
would
the
play. I feel like I
regular
would
season
play.
sometimes.
I would play. Fuck, what's his name?
Ebron.
Yeah, Ebron. I was like, I feel like I could play Ebron over Kyle Rudolph.
Oh, I'd easily play Ebron over Kyle.
I
feel
think
like
I think y'all are
Andrew
batshit
Luck.
crazy.
All right, just watch. Andrew Luck's a good quarterback.
Wait,
man.
are you saying that Eric Ebron's gonna finish higher than Kyle Rudolph by the end of the season? Is that what you're saying?
I'll take that one on too.
Water bet.
I'll take that. Yeah.
I think Ebron finishes in the
Okay,
top
that'll
10.
be one between y'all
comma, Kyle Rudolph doesn't.
I mean, yeah, I could see Kyle Rudolph not finishing in the top 10. That wouldn't be that surprising, but I do think he finishes higher than Ebron.
I mean, I could see it going either way. Because if Eric Ebron has a good year, he has the talent for like, I would say top 7.
He has the talent, but he hasn't shown the
I
consistency.
feel like he's Jerick McKinnon.
Go ask some Lions fans
the
what they
running
think
backs.
about that bet.
Hey,
I
he's
bet
not
they'll
there.
have some opinions.
Different systems. Different
True.
systems.
I don't feel like Matthew Stafford throws it to his tight ends very much.
I think they tried and it just didn't work.
I feel like they had packages for him, yeah, because he was really good. But you know,
I mean,
he dropped a lot of balls. He did.
Players
But-
can grow, right? They can improve over
Exactly.
time. Like I don't doubt that. Like players should and
Especially
do
the tight end position.
get better
Yeah.
over time. Especially tight ends. They get
Tight
better.
end's like the most
you know,
complex. That and quarterback are the
That's
one,
true.
The two most
They
complex.
can get better over time. I don't doubt that. But sometimes when it comes to these weird things like the drop ball phenomenon, even really talented players, i.e. Amari Cooper, can have problems where it bounces off them or some shit goes on where they should catch it and they have all the talent and the opportunity, but it just doesn't work. So, like I said, I think Ebron could be good, but
You don't like Amari
know.
Cooper?
I don't like Amari.
Why do you
Julio
hate
had some
Amari
of the most
Cooper?
drops last year.
Why don't I like Amari Cooper?
Yeah,
Because
why
I
do you
owned him
hate
last season. Anybody who owned him last season would also have the same opinion because he had one good week for the whole year, and he drafted him in the second round. So yeah, it's not
I mean,
Great players get the dropsies. Julio Jones had one of the highest drop rates.
it's true. It's true.
I mean, Julio did, yeah, but not.
But
that's not
he had
true for
more
all
targets
players.
than, he had so many targets last year.
Hey, but the drop percentage was one of the highest.
It's kind of like DeAndre Hopkins, like the year before.
Yeah, potentially, yeah. But
Like,
he also had a terrible quarterback. This guy's always had Matt Ryan, which is
It's true,
can
and
throw a ball,
he
at
should,
least.
he should be able
Brian, who has more touchdowns by the end of the season? Aaron's Julio Jones or Eric Ebron?
Touchdowns,
Who has
Ebron.
more touchdowns?
Yards, Julio Jones times 20, maybe times 50. Yeah. But Ebron's going to be...
touchdowns. You think he is? Yeah.
I think Ebron will have more touchdowns. Julio
than
Jones
Julio
and Matt
Jones.
Ryan are dog shit in the end zone. Oh my god! And it's probably not
I
Julio's
don't know.
fault. It's probably the whole offensive
You
coordinator.
hear this, Aaron? Are you gonna take this?
Right.
I mean, Julio Jones is like-
we're getting in too far into this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It happens.
I think we decided on Ricky's gonna win that because
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I would agree.
So next we got Leslie versus Alex.
Booty Scootin' and Crenshaw.
Right. It's Leslie's got Cam Newton, Alvin Kamara, Joe Mixon, Randall Cobb, Stephon Diggs, Allen Robinson, Zach Ertz, the Rams D, and Graham Gano. And we have Alex having Aaron Rodgers, who may not play, Kareem Hunt,
He'll play.
Peyton Barber, Adam Thielen, DeAndre Hopkins, Robbie Anderson, Jimmy Graham, Eagles D, and Matt Bryant.
I mean, all I can say to Alex is if Aaron Rodgers can come back out on the field after that last game and finish the game, he can play. He can play again this week because the old Green Bay family recipe, the Brett Favre special. Hit him with the painkillers, the steroid shot, and he's good to go. Sling that rock.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. I don't know. I wouldn't do it if I were him. But hey, whatever. Hey, he's gonna be good if he plays. So
Leslie's squad is healthy though. We don't have any Qs over there on our starting roster.
she's got Alvin Kamara.
Playing at home against the Browns.
Mm-hmm. I really like Adam Thielen. I'm not afraid of Green Bay's defense at all. So I'm not such of a fan of Robbie Anderson. I don't feel like he's going to get the targets that he needs. I feel like he had one target because that's all he had.
It was a good one. Then he got that touchdown.
Yeah.
He's just a deep ball artist, just like Deshaun Jackson. He's got one-trick pony. It's the go route. He's fast as crap. It's as simple as that.
I feel like Leslie has it with Zach Ertz over Jimmy Graham.
No, they both shit the bed last week pretty hard. I mean, Zach Ertz didn't shit the bed quite as hard. He had a lot more targets.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying.
I think that Aaron Rodgers, due to his health, and DeAndre Hopkins, is he banged up? That's going to be rough for Alex if Hopkins is a little roughed up.
He's got a foot remaining limited at practice.
He's probably fine. His foot probably just hurts a bit. But I think if Rodgers was healthy, it'd be closer, but I think Leslie takes this win here.
Yeah, I
can
think
see that,
Leslie.
yeah.
I think Leslie's got that one.
I think so too, but could go either way once again.
True.
I mean,
We already did that one.
Who's left?
And last we
Oh,
had
shit, y'all are playing.
me versus Bryan
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
on the podcast. That was not intentional, actually. He's still got Leonard Fournette in there. He thinks Leonard Fournette's gonna play.
Fournette said
He's going to
game
play.
time.
He's going to play.
Yeah.
He's going to play for the whole first quarter.
Check the bench. I got plenty of options.
David Johnson didn't practice again, but whatever. I think he's gonna play. Rex Burkhead has a concussion apparently.
When did that happen? Did you guys see that
This
happen?
morning.
This morning? What did he do?
Yeah.
Fall in the shower?
It was this morning. I don't.
He's a white running
know.
back. Sounds about right.
Like I have no idea. Like why? Why? Because they said he nobody saw anything at the game, like at all.
Just a sudden concussion? He definitely fell in the shower. Or he banged his head turn around and on a door or something.
Yeah, something and whatever.
Embarrassing.
Look,
Right.
honestly, I could either throw Derrick Henry or Amari Cooper in Leonard Fournette's spot if he doesn't play.
It's true.
I got options
It's
that I'm not
true.
really too concerned about.
You could play that Alshon Jeffrey if you wanted.
That dude's trying to go in an IR spot, but ESPN's kind of ticking me right now.
Right.
Ticking me real hard.
I see this Derrick Henry on your bench, Brian.
Well, when you have Emmanuel Sanders and Quincy Enunwa,
Oh.
That he paid 17 for.
and it's gonna be so worth it.
I think he beats Crowder, but Crowder's got Indy. I feel like that's a good matchup.
More on the Quincy Enunwa in a second.
But
But yeah, I think honestly, I take this. I don't think it's gonna be easy. I think he has some nice matchups. So that's.
I mean, I think it feels like even to me right now. If Leonard Fournette plays, if Leonard Fournette doesn't play, I feel like I might have you just because of the matchups.
Jordan Reed gonna shit on Trebo though. Sorry.
Maybe so.
Get 86th.
So what do you think?
What do I think? What's wrong with David Johnson? I see that cue there. I don't know what's going on with him.
He's got something with his back.
Something with his back? Is he? I mean, I feel like if he's actually just fine there.
Yeah, I think it was just so he didn't have to practice.
Oh, that veteran, that Wednesday stuff. Okay.
I
Well,
don't know. And we'll see if he we'll see if he practices on Friday.
I think the Niners game and the Niners Lions, I think that's going to be a high scoring shootout kind of game. I don't know why, but I just think that. I also think Rivers Buffalo, the Chargers Buffalo game is going to be the same, both of those games. So it'll be interesting to see.
This is going to be Melvin Gordon's a really good player this week. I feel like
Melvin Gordon's going to eat
there.
Most definitely.
Because I got the Rams against David Johnson, so it's like the Rams.
I don't know. You guys are
pretty
pretty
good.
evenly matched here. Pretty evenly matched. I think this is. Bryan has a slight projection here for 105 to Travis's 97. So apparently he has a slight kind of edge here
And that's
somewhere, but
with
I think
the
that's
Enunwa
matchups.
debuff. That's with Enunwa probably getting like a 3 projection.
I don't know. I think it's going to boil down to Fournette. If Fournette plays the whole game, I think Bryan takes this. If Fournette does Fournette-y things and starts and then is out by halftime, I can definitely see Travis taking this because Travis has some strong plays
like
across the board. But I don't know what's going on with Burkhead too, so I don't know. It's a shit show. You guys have a shit show matchup.
So if Burkhead doesn't play, I got James White, so that's fine.
Sure.
It's half-point PPR. I'll be all right with that.
I mean, it's gonna be
That's
this.
a good
It's gonna be the
point.
Sony Michelle show, Brian.
I could even play Chris
Travis.
Godwin. I could even play
see.
Chris Godwin. If Deshaun Jackson doesn't play, I may play Chris Godwin.
Play me versus Philly.
I don't know. You guys both just have so many kind of variables up in the air right here.
We
There's
do.
a
We'll
lot of
just
moving
see how it
parts.
goes.
Williams against Buffalo.
I think you both lose.
Yes,
You
Cody
both
says
lose.
that you both lose. So I
I'm
think
gonna-
you tie.
we're
I think
both
you
gonna
tie
be-
exactly.
We're both going to be 0-0-1. Or 0-1-1.
We're gonna have a Brown Steelers.
We're both going to be
situation.
0-1-1.
All right. Do we have any more matchups here?
No, we do not.
All right.
So we're going to go into the waiver wire.
Waiver wire.
Number 1 was the Tide Time with Philip Lindsay for $21.
$21 on that Lindsay.
That's a lot. I wouldn't have paid $21. So
He believes.
I mean, more power to you. I guess I need to watch that game again. Apparently,
I mean, he got a lot of opportunity and he
True.
used it well. He looked good.
It's true. And then
Mr. Bryan tried to pay 17 for it.
He did.
I
And
did.
then he-
Got shut down out of that.
speaking of 17 and Bryan, he paid 17 for Quincy and Noon.
He spent big spend over
Yeah,
here.
and if he didn't, he wouldn't have got it because Todd Time spent 16 on him.
Both of them going at it.
Top 2.
Yeah. I think the thing is that Quincy Enunwa has 900 yards in this league before. This is not his first year playing.
He looked good in 16.
He's had 900 yards, 4 touchdown season before. He got injured. He's 225 pounds, 6'2", runs a 4.45, 4.4, 4.45. Okay.
Bryan has studied his body.
Basically, yeah. Basically, we're talking about someone who's about the same size as Dez, a little bit, has 10 more pounds of muscle, is faster than Dez, and about the same speed as Josh Gordon, but a little bit 1 inch shorter. We're talking about a guy that he got those 900 yards going down the field, and now he's getting all these yards with Darnold at the intermediate. When Darnold opens up his game later in the season, we got a guy that stretches the field that has an athletic profile of a wide receiver, like a top-tier wide receiver. So the potential is just off the charts, is what I see.
So you believe in the Darnold?
I do. This is buying Darnold partially.
Yeah, I don't believe that much in Darnold. I felt like he had a really good first game, and maybe he's good. I mean, if he is, then Quincy Enunwa is my kind of receiver. Like, I would have paid probably 11 for him. That would be my highest that I would go for him. I don't know why, but that was what I was like. That was like my high.
I was pretty high
on
Quincy. I lean towards Bryan's side on this. I'm pretty high on Quincy. But I also, I guess, have.
But you only went 10 on.
I know I feel like part of that is I'm still just a little ignorant when it comes to what's an appropriate price for any given player. I'm still kind of learning that because we haven't done this that long, and even though it's definitely a better system in every way, it's still somewhat new, I think, for a lot of us in the league. So it's still trying to figure out what is a player's worth, or finding tools to gauge that. Or the bottom line is, if you want a guy, you just got to pay for him, and that changes league to league slightly, I think. Even though you do have some consistency and some tools you can use, I still think there's an individual piece to each league where some people are just going to pay more, and you just don't know what that more is. So you just got to go for it if you want it. So yeah, I was trying to gauge that. I was high on Quincy, but I didn't pay enough. That's the bottom line.
Yeah. I paid 6 for him, and I pretty much.
That's a half-ass attempt.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit.
It was a little bit of what you were talking about with not knowing what
Right.
people are going to pay for stuff.
I hear you. I feel you.
Don't want to grossly overpay if you don't have to, right?
Right, exactly.
Sure. Well, week 1 especially. I know week 1 is an anomaly because you want to overpay week 1 in some
For
ways.
the guy,
for this
because
guy.
you get that another second shot at a lot of
Right,
these guys.
exactly. But at the same time, if you're trying to make sure that you're not screwed by week 13 and broke, and you have a little bit of money for, I don't know, there's still guys that break out other points in the season too. So, I mean, it's just that, it's that kind of philosophy of spend early or play the long
Yeah,
run.
like Amr has spent 27 right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot to spend on the first week.
I've spent
almost 30%.
I've spent almost that much. Well, I'm in the 70s remaining, but I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, as long as you like the guys, it's all good.
Right.
Yeah, I got Chris Godwin for $2, and I'll take that because he's the number 2.
That's a great
and,
pickup. I saw that.
Deshaun Jackson, depending on how long he's hurt, if he's hurt for a while, then it may be a really good when Jameis comes back.
So, I mean, we had really just Bryan and Amr took the lead on this waiver wire for this first week because it went Amr, then went Bryan, and then we went Bryan, and then it went Amr. Because Bryan not only paid up for Quincy, but he also paid for Hines, I believe.
I did.
Do you want to, if you scroll
I paid
up there?
more than anyone was willing, unfortunately. I could have got him for a little bit less, but
Naheem.
I didn't know how... I don't know how other people look at potential waiver pickups. One of my biggest thing is I look at for target potential, right? To the top 10 players in targets in week 1, Quincy Enunwa and Naheem Hines.
Yeah, Chris was willing to bet, looks like the same amount you were, so he was going for him.
Oh.
No, he was going for Quincy.
Oh, I see.
That's a 7 on Quincy.
You're right.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't even know if anyone put up anything for Hines at all. And I look back and just me. I'm trying to forecast, but I see someone that actually could be better than Marlon Mack. Not really replace him, but have that pass catching role in Andrew Luck's offense, and I think that has value. I don't think it's Wilkins. I think Wilkins is gone. Sorry, Wilkins is gone. It's Marlon Mack and it's Naeem Hines, and we'll just see who's good.
All right.
That's my opinion on that.
For sure.
I mean, the guy fumbled 4 times, so that kind of turned me off. I mean, 4 times is a lot.
In preseason or what?
Yeah, Hines fumbled the ball 4 times when I was watching the games before the season.
Yeah, he had a terrible preseason.
So that's a lot. It's not like 1 fumble. That's like a normal thing. Like 4 fumbles is a lot of fumbles.
True.
It really
he didn't do
is.
it in the game situation, and that's what really matters. Like in his first game.
Maybe he needed to get those jitters out. Who
Yeah.
knows?
No.
Bears D were paid up for. Who paid up for the Bears D? $6, I think. $6 for the Bears D.
It was Amr, I believe.
Amr,
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
He spent $27. He spent 21 on Phil Lindsay.
I mean, that's a good defense. You saw Khalil Mack go.
It
and
is.
jam.
I just
That's $6
I don't,
is still
I don't,
$6.
that's a lot.
You don't give a
for
shit.
defense. That's fine. I mean, if you feel like you're gonna play that the whole season, then that's probably worth it. especially in the first week.
No, he was. Well, Keith put a bunch of bets in for $0.
He did.
Look at all those $0 bets.
Yeah.
Damn, Keith. He wanted some dues, but he wouldn't want to pay
Didn't
for
want
them.
to pay for him at all.
He got that Brandon
Didn't wanna pay.
McManus for sure.
Fill me up for free.
And McManus is a good play this week, and he got it for free too.
Okay.
awesome.
All right. Well, that's gonna be the podcast, and until next time, form the token ring.
Peace out.
This has been a Token Ring production. All music brought to you by Richie Flo. You can find his beats at SoundCloud